The culture of ancient Egypt continues to captivate both researchers and creative individuals, who seek to weave fictional worlds into the tapestry of pharaohs, deities, tombs, sarcophagi, and mummies. The enigmatic god Anubis, responsible for guiding souls to the realms of the underworld, has not only remained a significant figure in the land of deserts and the mighty Nile but has also found popularity in the contemporary world. Almost every religion holds the seeds of animism, the belief in the vital spirit within nature. During the era of animistic beliefs, which spanned from 3100 to 2686 BC, Anubis was closely linked with the jackal or the canine companion known as 𝍝, some liken it to the Doberman. However, as religious thought evolved, the portrayal of the guardian of the underworld underwent a modern transformation. Anubis began to be depicted with the head of an animal and the body of a human. Discover the enchanting world of myths. Click subscribe to join our mythology channel on YouTube. Unearth ancient legends, unravel mysteries, and embark on epic journeys through the realms of mythology. Don't miss out on a single tale. Subscribe now and let the myths come alive on your screen. Chronicles of the Past. The various transformations of the deity associated with death are well documented through images on preserved stones dating back to the first dynasty of the pharaohs. These depictions, comprising drawings and hieroglyphs, narrate how this figure within the pantheon underwent both functional and visual changes. It's likely that jackals became linked with Anubis because during those times, people were interred in shallow pits, which were often disturbed by these animals. Eventually, the Egyptians decided to bring order to this chaos by elevating them to a divine status. Moreover, the people of this hot region believed that jackals that roamed the graveyards at night would protect the deceased after sunset. The name Anubis held significant meaning for the Egyptians. Initially, from 2686 to 2181 BC, the god's name was represented by two hieroglyphs. When these symbols are translated literally, they read jackal and peace be upon him. Subsequently, the name Anubis evolved into the phrase jackal on a high stand. The worship of this god rapidly spread throughout the land, with Kinople, the capital of the 17th Egyptian nome, emerging as a significant center for Anubis worship, as mentioned by Strabo. The most ancient references to this patron deity of the deceased have been uncovered in the texts within the pyramids, according to archaeologists. As you may know, a myriad of rituals were associated with the burial of pharaohs, including the embalming process. Anubis is similarly found in ancient manuscripts, which detail the protocols for the interment of the deceased Egyptian throne holder. The priestesses responsible for preparing the deceased for burial wore masks crafted in the likeness of Anubis, made from painted clay, as the god was regarded as an expert in this domain. In the Old Kingdom, during the reign of the Third V dynasties, Anubis held the esteemed position of patron of necropolises and cemeteries. Additionally, he was regarded as the guardian of both poisons and medicines. During this period, the deity depicted with the head of a jackal held preeminence among the pantheon. Anubis maintained this level of popularity until the emergence of Osiris, to whom many of the functions pertaining to the realm of 𝑑𝑢𝑡, the underworld, were transferred. Anubis, however, continued his role as a guide and served as an attendant, conducting the weighing of hearts in the court of the deceased. Temples adjacent to Anubis's were used to house animals dedicated to the god. Upon their demise, these animals were also mummified and sent to the afterlife with full honors and rituals. Anubis was often referred to as the guardian of the scales. According to the narrative in the Book of the Dead, before entering the afterlife, a soul had to traverse the Hall of Two Truths. This was the place where a sort of judgment occurred for the departed. Osiris presided over this hall, accompanied by 42 other deities. A pivotal aspect of this process was the weighing of two items by Anubis and Thoth, the heart of the deceased and the feather of the goddess of truth, Maat. During the course of this judgment, the soul had to justify itself before each deity, who would assess various aspects of the individual's life. If the scales tipped towards the heart, it indicated the burden of sins, whereas if the scales tipped the other way, the soul was deemed pure and sinless. Successfully passing the scrutiny of the gods would allow the deceased to proceed to the reed fields of Ialu, akin to paradise. Conversely, if one was judged as a sinner, the goddess monster Amat would consume their heart, and the condemned individual would be cast into an abyss inhabited by crocodiles. In ancient Egyptian mythology, the realm of the dead is referred to as the duat. During the pre-dynastic period, it was believed that the afterlife existed in the eastern part of the sky, with the souls of deceased Egyptians dwelling among the stars. However, the concept of the duat underwent changes over time. The god Thoth emerged as the one who transports souls on a silver boat, and the underworld came to be associated with the western desert. Between 2040 and 1783 BC, there was a prevailing belief that the realm of the dead resided underground. One intriguing aspect of Anubis's mythology is the various versions of his origin. In early myths, he was depicted as the son of Ra. Nevertheless, in the coffin texts from the first intermediate period, Anubis is portrayed as the offspring of either Hesat, the cow goddess, or Bastet. There's also another legend where he is described as the son of Ra and Nephthys. The most prevalent narrative is that Anubis is the son of Osiris, the god associated with rebirth and the underworld. Osiris was often depicted as a mummy wrapped in white linen, revealing green skin underneath. Nephthys, the wife of Seth, fell in love with Osiris and, assuming the guise of his wife Isis, conceived a son with him. Fearing her husband's anger, Nephthys abandoned the infant in the reeds, where Isis found and raised him, with the assistance of dogs. Afterward, Anubis, alongside Isis, searched for Osiris's body, protected it from adversaries, and, in some versions of the myth, even buried it, all while being present at Osiris's court. When the gods decided to punish the condemned Set, who had transformed into a panther, by burning him, Anubis played a crucial role. He removed Set's skin and draped it over himself, then proceeded to the sanctuary of Osiris and marked the skin with a red-hot iron. In commemoration of this legend, the priests of Anubis draped a leopard skin over their right shoulder. The goddess Input, who was occasionally venerated as the female form of Anubis, was considered his wife. Bata was his brother. In ancient times, Anubis was regarded as a cosmic deity symbolizing a particular phase of the nightly darkness, which is why the West, the realm of the deceased, was associated with his dominion. Explore the captivating realm of mythology. Click subscribe to become a part of our YouTube channel. Delve into ancient legends, unravel mysteries, and embark on epic journeys through the mythological realms. Don't miss a single fairy tale. Subscribe now and let mythology come to life on your screen. Chronicles of the Past.